Marie, why haven't you been fired yet? Huh? It's so weird. You're just a withered old boomer. Even though you just have a high school education, we're working in the same place under the same conditions. It's so unfair. Zoe, what are you trying to say? Sorry. Am I bugging you? Guess I'm just a brutally honest kind of girl instead of some pick-me. Pick-me? God, you're too old to get that, huh? I mean, I don't pretend to be head empty to get attention. I'm the type to just say what I think. Still, it might be best to refrain from acting like that with your coworkers. What? A high school grad is criticizing me, a college grad? You don't know your place, do you? But I have more experience, Zoe. Can you try to be more polite when speaking with me? Why would I do that? You didn't go to college, so as far as I'm concerned, you're below me. At least you're giving me the respect I deserve, you dunce. Aren't you going too far? Or is this just a part of your brutal honesty? You can't just rudely go off on people you're working with. You don't get what I'm saying. As expected of somebody lacking in education. I don't even understand what you're saying half the time. Can you even speak English properly? Isn't the problem with your comprehension? My comprehension? What are you getting at? Nothing. So what do you need? I'm dissatisfied that our salaries are basically the same. Don't you think it's strange? Do you have any idea what college I went to? You're just uneducated trash. Please be more careful with your words. Naturally, the starting salary for a high school graduate and a college graduate are different. But I've already been working here 10 years, and you still haven't worked here 2 years, yes? Doesn't it seem strange to compare us, given that? No, just being an old lady isn't a reason to make more money than me. It just pisses me off. That's why I'm acting like this. By the way, I took your client. Huh? What are you talking about? A high school grad like you doesn't have the ability to seal such a huge deal. You're useless, so I did it in your place. Excuse me? You know what I'm talking about, right? It's with SACO. They're a huge client. It'd be completely out of the question for somebody uneducated like you, Marie. Leave it to me. What are you talking about? You can't do that. That's my job. This'd be impossible for a dunce like you. You know it's a $1 million contract, yeah? It'll definitely go better if I'm in charge. I get that you look down on me because of my education, but nothing will change even if you intercept this deal. You're just going to cause trouble for yourself. Don't you think it'd be better to refrain from doing anything reckless? What are you talking about? There's nothing somebody like you can do that somebody like me can't. Graduating from college is a great accomplishment, but schooling isn't everything. I think it would benefit you to take a step back and think about what you're doing. The big deal is mine. Same with the promotion. A loser like you is always gonna be below me. You're so proud that you've won, but you're making a huge mistake. Nothing good is going to happen if you swoop in and take this deal. Zoe, you should aim to move up in the world by focusing on what you can do, not what you can steal from others. God, you're so annoying. Have you started one of your old lady sermons? But I've already made up my mind, so you're wasting your time. By the way, I've already told the boss. It's already mine. Huh? I'm the one who will be in charge of tomorrow's business meeting. Leave it to me. How about you just take the day off? You don't need to come. It'll be no problem for me. So that means Victor gave you approval? You'll handle tomorrow's meeting. Yeah. When I said that I was confident I'd do a much better job than you, Victor eagerly let me do it. Really? Let me confirm with Victor. Are you that upset that you lost? Too bad for you. Victor's on my side. Why do you think that? He's always flirting with me. I heard that he just listens to whatever a cute girl has to say. What an idiot. Maybe he thinks I've got promise. Well, that is true, though. I'm obviously better than some stupid old lady who doesn't have a college education. You're really considerate with people's education, aren't you? Of course. You'd understand if you'd actually learned anything. Obviously, the more schooling you have, the better you can do your job. Is that really true? Yes, obviously. But this company has always been a little strange, leaving such a big negotiation to someone who wasn't smart enough to go to college. I'll take the negotiation, though. It'll def land me a promotion. You know the meeting is in French, yes? What? French? Zoe, you said you can speak German, but can you also speak French? If you can, I hope you do your best. Wait just a second. What do you mean the meeting is in French? Isn't it with the French branch of an American company? You're mistaken. You have a meeting tomorrow, but you don't even know anything about the company you're meeting with? You sure did a good job stealing that meeting from me. It's a French company? Yes. Of course, there are times when an interpreter will be present, but not this time, because the assumption was it would all be handled in French. I didn't hear anything about that. Didn't you say Victor left it up to you? Were you lying? I was not. He just told me to do my best. If this deal doesn't go through, it'll have big consequences for the company. But for someone with a college education like you, it should be easy, right? Well, good luck. Stop screwing with me! I can't just learn how to speak French overnight. I thought as much. You don't seem like you can speak much German either. You hold yourself in such high regard, yes? No, I wouldn't put it like that. You can't speak another language, but you've just gotten such a big head over graduating from college. The nerve. With a big head like that, I'm sure you can learn some French before tomorrow. There's no way you could do it, though. Your English is weird enough. There's no way you can speak French. Right? You're lying, aren't you? You're just lying to con me into giving up. There's no way that you can speak French. Don't you know that I speak French at a business level? I lived in France. Huh? My family was poor, so I've been working since high school to support my family. I gave up on going to college and just looked for work. But after my parents died, I was able to use the money for just myself. I was reminded of my parents all the time being in America, and it made me sad, so I decided to go abroad. Huh? What are you saying? Rather than going to college, I got a bunch of certificates. I decided that accumulated achievements went beyond academics for me. Yeah, I don't believe you. You're so old and senile, you're probably just confusing your memories with something you saw on TV. It's the truth. I've lived a tough life. Thanks to that, I now have pride in my work. We're different, huh? What are you talking about? Zoe, you're never serious with your work. I feel no passion from you about your job. I'm working in the international business department. Beyond French, I can speak 3 other languages. What? You're lying! How could someone too dumb to go to college speak so many languages? Like I've just explained to you, it wasn't a matter of being smart enough to go to college or not. I only graduated high school, but I can speak several languages. As a college graduate, how many do you speak? You've been looking down on me for my education all this time, but you're just an overconfident girl who is all talk and no effort. That can't be the case, right? Shut up! That's not true! I can speak German! When I asked you to write a report in German, didn't you use Google Translate? Huh? If you gave that to a native German speaker, they would know immediately. In the end, I always rewrite anything you hand in written in German. But what about this meeting tomorrow? I mean, I speak English. They'll understand it somehow, right? That's why Victor let me do it. About that. I checked with Victor. He told you he left it to me, yeah? Yeah, 'cause it's the truth. The truth? What? He thinks you're overly optimistic. How could your head be so big if there's obviously not much inside of it? That's extremely rude. When I checked with Victor, he told me that he noticed you were all talk. Huh? But you're just so persistent, so he decided to try letting you go for it because you'd be too annoying otherwise. Too annoying? Victor said that about me? That's right. Do you understand? Of course, with a deal this big, he had no intentions of changing who was going to do it the day before. He was going to tell you tomorrow that the meeting was going to be in French. It seems he intended to go forward and let me handle it. Huh? Then I was set up? I let him flirt with me like that, but he didn't believe me? It seems like he might have just been being nice. He wouldn't let you be in charge of a deal this big. You can't even do your job. Huh? I can't do my job? No way! I graduated from a crazy good university! I hate to tell you this, But graduating from college isn't anything special. Huh? Everyone that works here aside from me has graduated college and none of them brag about it. Of course, my education level was a point of contention. But I've put so much effort to get to where I am now. What's the point in fighting over education now that it's normal for everyone to have graduated from college? If you were as good at your job as you are at looking down on me, you would have gotten promoted already. Maybe you should start focusing more on your work performance. But I have a degree. Yes, we all know that very well. You can stop saying it. Putting yourself above others won't help you in the long run. If you want to be recognized at work, you've got to be diligent. Especially for this job, you should at least master a language. You can drop the attitude. I don't want to hear it. Your head is just in the clouds. Nobody ever gave you any direction, did they? You ought to thank me for finally telling you. Huh? You think my head is in the clouds? You hadn't noticed. Also, everybody notices you trying to flirt with Victor. Everyone thinks it's pretty creepy. I had no idea everyone noticed. I'm crushed. Well, that's normal, I suppose. But that's the truth. Let this be a lesson, and it's more important than anything you learned in college. Looking down on others for their education only makes you look stupid. In the end, Zoe wouldn't listen to what everyone around her was telling her. It seems she insisted she could do the meeting in English and would take the meeting. Of course, it didn't work. After embarrassing herself, the client got annoyed. This ended up making Victor really pissed off with Zoe. Of course, I came in and saved the day. Thanks to me coming in reassuring the client and actually speaking French, I was able to get the deal done. Contrary to what Zoe wanted, my achievement stood out all the more, and I was promoted. I was even personally commended on the deal by the president of the company. Zoe tried to lecture Victor in front of everybody and was only further disgraced. The responsibility for trying to ruin the negotiations was placed on her. Because of this whole debacle, she was transferred to a different office and her salary was decreased. Unbelievably, she started spouting off the same talk of having a fancy college education. The new boss over there didn't stand for it at all and quickly whipped her into shape. She no longer has any of that bravado over being a college graduate. It seems that she grew up. I came out on top in this situation. It's not as if anyone doubted my skills before, but I got a chance to show what I was capable of. Thanks to my promotion, I could save up and buy a business class ticket to France. Although it was a real problem working with Zoe, in the end, I have to thank her. Merci, Zoe. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.